game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Missed opportunity on offense. QB and receiver just not on the same page there.
A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on third down. Trying to get through the noise is Lewis. And they'll miss the connection here on third down.
Well, the defense is waking up now, right? The first drive, they allowed a touchdown. They were a bit scrambled. They kind of all got together and rallied on the sideline. They've been pretty lights out since. Forced a punt on the last possession. They've now got the offense set up in fourth down again. Great job there. Pass defense, third down. This defense now starting to put it together.
Final play of the quarter coming. Handoff from the gun. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Russell. Trying to burn this defensive back. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
You know, as an offense, you just don't get that many great opportunities in games to hit these type of big-time plays. When plays like that present themselves and receivers are open, as a quarterback, you have got to make that throw.
They're working that left side. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Oh, he's going to remember that one for sure, man. He did a nice job getting outside the pocket, but at that point now, he's got to be on high alert. He knows this defense is going to be coming flying at him. He'll be doing a better job sliding or running out of bounds the next time that happens in this game. I guarantee you that.
Got his man. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. As they come to the line on third and short from the 43, I wonder if they already know they'll go for it if they don't make it here. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. After picking up a couple of first downs already on this drive, they'll snap it from close to midfield. They'll move the wide receiver. Throwing Russell. Makes the grab on the left. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Dropping back, it's Russell. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. At the end of that last play, there is a Tar Heel down on the field and shaken up. Now facing a third and long from the 50-yard line. From the gun, wants to pass. Buys a little time with his feet. He's brought down at the 49. That is well short of the first down.
There was just nowhere to go with the football for the quarterback throwing it, so he tried to create, he tried to extend the play with his legs, just not able to get away from the defense, and now we have fourth down.
They call it a coffin corner kick for a reason, and you really can't do it any better than that. He puts that thing out of bounds right around the goal line.
Dude, how about that boom? I mean, you talk about power. That dude just booted that thing halfway across the field, completely flipping the field position and getting it down inside the 10. That is a nice job by that punter.
Looks as if he'll work his way forward and get it up to about the 11-yard line.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
Using his legs, it's Butler. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right at the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big gain.
Right back to the well. Maybe some room here. He's out of bounds a little bit short of the 40-yard line. Let's mark it at the 38 and the running game doing work.
And when your offensive line can plow holes like that and you can get over 10 yards a carry, like, we don't need to complicate this. Like, this is a very simple form. Be more physical. Hand the football off. That's a great job in back-to-back plays for this offense.
They'll run it to the right side. He's brought down, stopped right at the 50-yard line.
You could see this defense. They are back on their heels right now. This offense very much in a groove, in a rhythm. They've got to find something to disrupt this. Right now, they're doing what they want, when they want, how they want. This defense got to answer the bell.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
Play action with Lewis. Quickly out to the tight end. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business.
And you've really seen the evolutions of tight ends, man. These guys are no longer just big bodies that block like the extension of the offensive line. They're more like receivers, and I love when the quarterback gets it out of his hands, and then you just watch. They can make plays. They can run people over. They can now run around people. Like, so nice to have these.
There he goes. Defense comes up with a stop, but not before he moves the chains and takes it inside the 10 to the 8. He's up to 51 yards on the ground, and he wanted to make a first impression, and he's doing that in this opening game. The Tar Heels didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on second.
Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's second and goal from the 5. He wants to change this route. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
This is the most important part of the field. What you did to get down here means nothing. Nice job by this defense, staying confident, staying aggressive, and forcing a third down and goal.
Third and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. Trying to barge their way in. And he's in. Touchdown, North Carolina.
And the offense continues to run the football. The second rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes, continue to feed this man the ball.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Breaks into the open. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Alabama quickly back to the line. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. The run inside. It's Riley. There's some room. He's at the 10. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy. He makes a big play. Yes, please.
And he makes the extra point. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Guided out of bounds at the 32 after a good return. North Carolina's offense comes onto the field ready to start the drive. How about that blocking up front and that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown hit?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays. Everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Bringing the heat. Going to try to pop one on the screen. The Tide will have to call their first timeout. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this 3rd down play.
And a really nice job by the defense winning 2nd down. I think the quarterback thought he could dump this off, maybe get some positive yards, set up a good 3rd down. The defense did a great job responding and getting that running back on the ground.
Lewis from the gun on 3rd down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And that's a good sign. Man, the first 2 drives, they put scoring drives together, and they didn't get stops when they needed it. On the 3rd downs, nice job coming up big on a 3rd down, forcing the 4th down, and hopefully now getting off the field.
He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
The throw to the outside is complete. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Short pickup of 4 on 1st down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Keelan Russell. Caught. He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd down play. Back to throw, it's Russell. Pressure coming. He's got his man. That'll be enough for a 1st down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. Obviously didn't like what he saw on 1st down, and they use a timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this 1st half. Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. Again, it's Russell. Rushes on him. Got rid of it just in time. Good job to avoid the negative. Just get rid of that thing.
In most instances, I would say really, really nice decision by the quarterback. But when you've got speed like this guy has, I think you'd sometimes, instead of throwing it away, would like to see him take off and see if he can go make something with his feet.
He's got it.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Russell unloads to the right. Makes a connection. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. Now the Tide uses its 3rd and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. They want to throw it. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
A lot of times when you go back and you revisit these games, who takes advantage of these opportunities in the red zone, in these goal-to-go situations? Bad job on 1st down by this offense.
Back to pass. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And that is a perfect job by the offense, executing that 2-minute situation. The quarterback was really in charge and focused, made sure that all the right decisions were being made with respect to execution and the clock. This is something you practice all season long, and they execute the 2-minute perfectly here at the end of the half.
He'll bring it back looking for help. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. One more snap coming before halftime. They'll try the run. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, we welcome you into the Week 0 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with the UNLV Rebels in their matchup against the number 2 team, the USC Trojans. And it's UNLV able to escape with a 3-point victory. Talk about an upset, pushing them to 1-0 on the short season. Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. And now over to your game at Bryant-Denny Stadium. What an effective job both of these teams have done running the football. Both have gone over 100 yards, and it's because both have committed to pounding the rock. Credit these coordinators with sticking to the game plan. And with that said, let's send it back to the guys at Bryant-Denny Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. And the Tar Heels will kick it off to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. What do you got on the sideline, Holly?
Guys, I caught up with the Tide head coach at the half. He is so excited about how his quarterback has performed. They did have a lot of high expectations for him, and he has lived up to the challenge. They get the ball here, and they are expecting to go right down the field, regain some of that momentum that their quarterback had in the first half, and make sure he is setting the tone for the second. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. Off the RPO, complete. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
The RPO, it's complete. He'll pick up a few on the play, just enough for the first down. They'll mark it right at midfield. After the completion, we see there is a man down, and the clock will stop to check on him. Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. Trying to turn the corner on the left. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. At the end of that last play, there is a Tar Heel down on the field and shaken up. They'll try to overcome that last play on 2nd and 15. Throwing Russell. Zings it complete to the right. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. They flexed out that tight end a little bit, and you know the tight end's always open.
Always open, quarterback's best friend, and this guy's a problem, Reese. He's a matchup problem because he's too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. He's showing you his athleticism there.
Fires to the big fella. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
Well, I know there's a lot of people out there thinking, hey, it's 3rd down, you got to throw to the sticks here, but I like the call getting the drag. You get the catch, he advances it a little bit, doesn't quite pick it up, but now you've set up 4th and short, and you've got to think on offense. You've got to play somewhere that can go pick up this first down.
Russell will throw for it on 4th. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Got a little grass. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. Keelan Russell. Caught. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown Tide.
And this offense doing a really nice job, man. They're understanding who they are. And Jesse, do you find guys, man, on the outside that you know where they're going to be, you know they're going to make plays, and you just continue to feed them?
Yeah, no question, especially in a situation like this, David. When the game's on the line, you got to go to your best players, and quarterbacks, they keep track of what's happening during the game. Who's winning? Who's getting separation on the outside? Who do I feel comfortable throwing to in tight coverage? This is the guy. That's now his 2nd touchdown catch in the game, and I don't think that's going to be the last time we see him touch the ball.
On the run from inside his own 5. He's got great speed. Oh, what vision. He's going to get loose. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is headed to the sideline with a little bounce in his step after scoring on that kick return.
And he should have some bounce in his step. How about the effort, weaving in and out, covering all that space, great blocking on the play, and he does the rest. You don't put guys back deep that can't roll. And you could see when he got in the open field, he rolled out.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes that Alabama offense. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So on this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action. It sets up the arc.
Turning it on! Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. They go play action with Russell. He's got him.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Riley. He just carries it face long into a brick wall and has nothing to show for it again. Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a 3rd down stop. Wide receiver going in motion. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
And how about that? You don't see those, touch passes go for negative yards very often. Usually this is a short flip that counts as a completion that goes a long way, but the defense aggressive. Saw it, pulled the trigger, came outside, made sure he didn't get outside and get to that edge. Nice job by the defense.
The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Leaves it with the back. Solid run, picks up 6 and gets it to the 28.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Play fake, Lewis. Gets rid of it. Fires to the tight end. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
They're going back to the ground.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Here's Lewis to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And a big gain there. He's knocked down immediately at the 45.
Sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
They're going to run it. Got room. Maybe a crease. And the defense stops him just short of the 1st down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hands, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
That's great awareness by the running back, understanding where the 1st down marker is and doing whatever it takes to get it.
The Tar Heels have it with a 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. Got enough for the 1st. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
1st down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another 1st down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an
touchdown, Tar Heels! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Alabama offense coming onto the field. Their lead is gone, and they'll try to grab it back on this drive. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Got enough for the 1st. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, you're going to be hard to stop.
And the defense wrestles him to the ground. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. From the gun, the running back looking for room. And they'll knock him down.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Fires to the tight end. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another first down. Running inside, it's Riley. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Third quarter, opening week of the season, and they're facing 2nd and 10. Russell on play action. Almost had the pick there. Would have been his second of the game. Instead, it brings up 3rd down. After the incomplete pass, there is a player down on the field. That is the freshman defensive end that they're very excited about. They're hoping that he's able to return to the game shortly. Russell from the gun on 3rd down. Makes the grab. Not gonna get there, not gonna get close as he's brought down at the 30. It's 4th down. They'll play it safe and try for 3. He's going to have to get into this one a little bit from 47 yards away. He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Carter. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. When you play receiver for this guy, you better be ready to catch the football. He spread it all over the place through the first 3 periods. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. He might want another play. Running back searching for a hole. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
They have been running ISOs in football since the beginning of time, right? They want to isolate that linebacker. A lot of times they're going to pull a guard. Great job by the defense seeing it, getting downhill, understanding where the ball's coming, going downhill, attacking it, and getting a big tackle for a loss.
And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
And good job by the defense. The defense clearly knew where they were going with the football. double coverage out wide, making sure they don't give up a touchdown to that guy. Nice job by the defense.
Third down from the gun, Lewis.
Well, the defense has the opponent backed up in their own end. Pinning their ears back, getting after the quarterback. You see the athleticism and the speed they have up front as they're able to notch that sack.
He gets it away from his end zone and a very good kick here. Let's see what he can do with it. Gets away from one, finds room. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. The Tide ready to roll on offense. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back.
False start on offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. First down here in what has been a highly entertaining Week 0 game. What a welcome to college football for this season. Russell gets it out quickly. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Well, it's a nice job by the defender. They're closing the gap with the wide receiver. They're going to complete the hitch pass, but he's able to run right up on him, get him to the ground for a minimal gain.
Looking to throw, it's Russell. Got his man. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. They'll snap it from the 28 in field goal range, but it's third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete to the left. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. This is makeable field goal range here, but it looks as if they'll go for it on fourth down. Again, it's Russell. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. And that decision will be questioned for a while.
Man, that is a big-time drop right there. Fourth down, opportunity to catch it, maybe get the first down. That is tough to swallow, but as a QB, I got to walk over to him and say, listen, dude, we're going to need you later on. I still believe it.
Whistle sounds, but they get the timeout called just before the delay of game. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. On the ground, it's Butler. Makes it past the marker. Finding some room. He's at the 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, UNC! And they've moved out front here in the fourth.
Man, I love this offense, being able to run the football late in the game when it matters and punch it in for the touchdown, and more importantly, take the lead.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good. A 4-point game at 35-31. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to test that run defense to the right here. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. They're dealing with a second and long. They'll go right back to the run.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
From the gun on third down, Keelan Russell. Fires deep on the run. Snags it down the right side. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because again...
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
And man, that is a huge play for the defense because they had to stop the bleeding. On the very last play, they gave up an explosive one, and all of a sudden it feels like the defense is on their heels. But what a great job in an individual effort, winning up front, getting around the block, and getting to the quarterback, creating a negative play.
And we've seen him do it by land, right? They've been handing him the football, and he's been finding space, making some plays, and now he does it by air. They find him, throw him the football, proving to be a dual threat. This is a guy they like to feature in this offense because he'll continue to make big plays.
Quarterback keeper powers through the defender. Defense comes up with a stop, but not before he moves the chains and takes it inside the 10 to the 8. And if they want to take the lead, can't be thinking field goal here. They'll need a touchdown to go up in the 4th. He's got the tight end. Could not make his way to the corner.
Nice job recognizing the route defensively there. As soon as that ball was thrown, that defender knew exactly who he was going to, and he was able to make the tackle at the perfect time. No gain on that one.
He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. A touchdown here on 3rd and goal really ratchets up the game pressure. The run inside. It's Riley. He is stopped short. That's the man they wanted to have the ball, but it'll be 4th down. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. That is their freshman offensive lineman, and boy, they hope this isn't too serious. Holly Rowe will keep an eye on that. Down in the final period in a tight game, and they will go for it on 4th and goal. Dances away to buy time. And down he goes back at the 3.
And that's the world we live in. You want to be aggressive, you want to get touchdowns, you don't want to kick field goals. Analytics says this. Well, now you get no points. And the defense bows up in a big part of the field, gets the big sack on 4th down and goal.
The give as they work on that clock. Might have a chance. Gets it out to the 16-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
When the offense can run the football and you can feature a guy like this that will get more yards than his block, that you can really depend on, hangs on to the football, like it makes offense super easy, especially down the stretch when you want to eat that clock and you want to possess the football. Just nice to have that kind of guy.
On the run, it's Carter. They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18. Timeout called here on defense, so they'll have a couple remaining in addition to the 2-minute stoppage to try to maximize time and get the football back. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Power football with the run. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24. So they'll use a timeout here. 1 more remaining, and of course the 2-minute stoppage coming up as well.
Big 3rd down for this defense. Listen, you've got to get the ball back. You know what they're doing. They're trying to run the football, but we need the clock to be on our side so our offense has some time. Got to make a stand right here on 3rd down.
They'll run for it on 3rd and short. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting to TFL.
We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. And the Tar Heels decide to punt it away. Takes it on the return. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. A really disappointing end to that last drive, David. Getting stopped on 4th and goal, they'll try to regroup.
And I think I'm preaching to my squad right now. Listen, we drove the ball down the field. We didn't just punch it in. Let's put another drive together, Jesse, and this time, let's get some points.
You're right, because there were a lot of positives on that last drive. They did a lot of things really well. They just got to do a better job of finishing.
Alabama with a multitude of options on 2nd and short. Makes a catch. Oh, he's got some space. He's stopped right at the 50-yard line, but they'll move the chains. It's 1st down.
And why would you not go back to him? I mean, he's caught everything thrown his way. He's been the focal point of this offense. They need a play late in the football game. They find him again. If I'm this defense, I got to make sure I'm doing everything I can to take him away.
You're seeing a lot of confidence out of this quarterback now. 3 for 3 on this 2-minute drive. He understands that he needs to step up if his team's going to win this game, and he's playing his best football right now.
It's a 1st down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo.
And this is a big-time moment for this offense. So who are you going to give the ball? The guy you trust, the guy who's been doing it all game. You know he can deliver. They got so much confidence in this young man, and he's proven why today. Let's see how he finishes.
Again, it's Russell. This time it's complete. Caught, and he's close to a 1st down on the nice pickup there. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Russell from the gun on 3rd down. Pulls it in. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11. The Crimson Tide move the sticks through the air. Let's see if they go back to it here. Throwing Russell. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And this offense has another opportunity to put a scoring drive together. They've done a really good job, man. Their defense, it's been okay. Like, giving up a lot of points. Now they're in a situation where can you be clutch?
Touchdown, Bama! And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
What a great job by the quarterback. He had to be pinpoint accurate on that touchdown pass, giving his offense the lead here with just seconds to go in the game.
And he puts it down the middle, and the lead is 3 here in the final period. On the move from inside his 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Lewis. Here's a throw downfield late. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on 1st down. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away. They've got to push the ball down the field. Lewis to throw. Fires to the wideout. And it's incomplete. Going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. On the gun on 3rd down, Lewis. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock. He's trying to get them set quickly. They have to get the ball into field goal range. might be calling a hot route. To the air again, Lewis. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left. This will be the last play of the game and the last chance they have maybe to win it at the gun. Throwing, Lewis. Fires to the right. It's complete. Timeout is called with just a single second left. So now we'll line up for one of the biggest kicks of this game. And with a single second left, a field goal attempt to try to get another chance in overtime. Only 1 second remaining in this one as they use a timeout, and we'll have one more snap. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. And with a single second left, a field goal attempt to try to get another chance in overtime. And it's good! Tied the game, and we're going to OT. All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, David.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, and the second overtime and two-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational-type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
The Tar Heels come to the line with a new set of downs. Leaves it with the running back. Able to make the stop after a gain of 2 to the 22.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Here's Lewis to throw. It's complete to the right. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Lewis from the gun on third down. Hauls it in. He gives them a fresh set of downs, and this one will be 1st and goal from the 6.
Perfect timing to call that pass play. It's 3rd and short down here in the red zone. Everybody in the stadium expecting you to run the football, and if you don't get it, maybe you kick a field goal, maybe you go for it on 4th. You don't have to worry about that now. Because of the pass completion, it's 1st and goal.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
Nowhere to run, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage.
This has been really good for the defense, too. It's kind of the bend-don't-break mentality, right? Really bowing up with your backs against the wall. If you can win this next 3rd down, try to force the opponent into a field goal, that's a win if you're on defense.
3rd down from the gun, Lewis. Touchdown, North Carolina! They strike first here in overtime.
Well, this offense needed a touchdown. No doubt that was the guy the QB was going to be looking for on that play.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Riley. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
Man, you play this whole game back and forth into overtime. Now you got a chance to set the tone, run the football in overtime, and be a little physical.
And if you can run the touchdown, Crimson Tide! They got it in, and now an extra point away from the tie.
Obviously very hard to complete. This area of the field, nice execution. Now you're down by 1, and now you got to make the decision. Are we going to go for it and try to end the game right here and put this game in our offense's hands? What do you think?
And that's why I love having the ball second, because I get the opportunity to do this. I knew they scored a touchdown. We scored a touchdown. Now, do I want to go for the win, or do I want to continue this game on? It's so nice to have the ball second.
Here in the second overtime, they'll snap it on first down. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start.
False start, offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Just a little too eager there, and they'll back up 5, and it's 1st and 15. Nice move there. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. You can work your way down the field with these wide receiver screens, but also look for the opportunity to turn them into chunk plays later.
No doubt, you throw it quickly. You get it to him now. DB comes up, has to make a tackle. Now you fake it maybe a little bit later on. So these plays, they're not huge plays all the time, but they can set up big plays down the road for your offense.
Knocked down after a pickup of maybe 2, and man, that pursuit, they had their hair on fire. Now to keep this overtime drive going on 3rd and short. From the gun on 3rd down, Keelan Russell. Firing to the right, complete. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. They'll try to put 3 on the board and take the lead in overtime. It's good. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. Down by a field goal and a touchdown will win it. Let's see what they've got on first down. Looking for a crease. It's Carter. Really good running. Gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16.
How about getting that big play on the ground here in OT? Great job up front by the offensive line. This has been a long, hard-fought, physical game, but these guys look like they could play for at least another couple of quarters.
Right back to him on the ground. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped. First and goal and a touchdown will win it. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Here's Lewis. Trying to find the end zone. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
Nice job by the defense forcing the 3rd and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
On the gun on 3rd down, Lewis. That'll do it! A double overtime touchdown to walk it off!
And a lot of times when you get down here in the red zone, man, it's players, not plays. Finding your individual matchups that you feel very confident in. And I'm not surprised they went to their go-to wide receiver. And I'm also not surprised that he won on the outside and got the touchdown.
How much fun was that? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those two teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams squaring off. Like, there wasn't a lot of difference between these two squads. We could watch these every week. Love calling these games because they're competitive, great talent.